Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's our visiting team and our home team. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
His initial touch, good for a couple. It'll be second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. They'll pick up 23 on that one. That's enough for a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Not a whole lot there as he'll work it down to the 46. Top Robinson, the man to bring him down.
Gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Here's second and 6. They'll stick with him again. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
Hey, check that. 19.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. We'll see a return here from his own end zone. Get across the 20, mark him at the 52-yard line.
Down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On play action. Stroud sending it deep for Waddle. That is brought in. And it will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
4 yards.
So a big one there to start the drive. It's a gain of 34.
43-yard line.
They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard. Brings up
Second down throw for Stroud.
at the 44-yard line.
Back into the hands of Tyquan Thornton. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Brings up third.
There's not a
and
lot
one.
to this route. Man coverage, and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good, accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
It's going to be third. They need one.
Here we go.
They'll try and run it here. It's Achane. And yes, that'll get it. First down, marked at the 30. A good run will keep this drive going.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. He's got it at the 7. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's first and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's first and goal. Here's Achane. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes second and goal.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
On second down, Stroud. That one, taken in.
What a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Their own 26-yard line.
They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Slot man in motion right. He'll drop to throw. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. A pickup of 14 on that one. And that will be a first down.
And a first down.
Throwing now from the gun. Oh, that one floated off his back foot. It is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll go play action with Stroud. That is taken in left side by Thornton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A run here with H.M. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
Gain of 10 yards. That's good for a first down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal. So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Five yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal.
Don't worry. 18. Outside.
Stroud. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And they will finally get them as he's brought down near the 40-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't. And now 3rd down comes up.
6 yards to go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up. Short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. They're all set to punt this one away. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. On the ground to start the drive, it's H.M. They'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud.
And 7.
That's into the hands of the fullback. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Here we go.
On third down, he'll go with A-Chain. And he will work his way to the 32. That's enough for a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll lead to a second down.
They do a really nice job defensively there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. A quick slant into the hands of Waddle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
14 yards.
Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
46-yard line.
To throw is Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. From the gun, here's Stroud, sending it deep for Waddle. And that is incomplete.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
Here's a give to A-Chain.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On fourth down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. Darius Slayton deep to return. And this one's going to be downed inside the 20-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Start on the ground, and a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 9.
A good spot here, second and a yard. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10. Back to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air again on second and 10. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
This is 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 19 Texas. Ready to
Back to throw. Stroud. Sending it deep for Waddle. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted.
Stroud's pass intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. On comes the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. He'll try to keep his footing. Manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
At the 22-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Let the hot.
Throwing is Stroud. Off the match, tight end Jake Tonjes. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On play action. Stroud. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and 1.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's Stroud. Sending it deep for Waddle. That is brought in. And he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards. It is a touchdown. And he misses the extra point. It's no good. That is his 2nd miss of the year. And the score stays right where it is. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Right away, they'll set up to throw. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. Miayo looks to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down. May be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football.
At their own 48-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Cavante Turpin on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run this one straight ahead with 18. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. That's good for a quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Speed left, speed left.
They'll stay on the ground with a 10. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harden. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now, faking the give, sending it deep for Waddle. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
Down and 10.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
All right.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Stroud going to set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
4th down.
Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be from 56 yards away. Aubrey's kick is good. And his guys will extend their third quarter lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that ball picked off. It's the ball hawk. Trayvon Diggs again. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the give, this is Harvey. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
It's a gain of 20.
A gain there of 20. That's enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They'll go play action with Stroud. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 10-yard line.
They face second down and 7.
Here we go.
Here comes Waddle on the jet sweep.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences, they know it's coming and not going to be a lot of game.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Harvey. He's got the first down. He's got the touchdown. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield. That's Neighbors. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a second timeout called by the defense. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Result is a first down.
He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. And just shy of midfield, here's second down.
At their 49-yard line.
19 right. Come my teams, go.
That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jeremy Chinn.
The second down pass. Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, uno. Oh, eh? 18. That's it. Play.
On play action, he'll set up to throw, sending it deep for Waddle. And he's into the end zone. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll throw out of the gun. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 11. And that will be a first down. They'll look to throw yet again. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever.
Ready? Half 80.
And across the field, he gets this to Neighbors. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
33.
And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
Results in a first down.
Ready? Let's go. 8, 7.
Back to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that
He's
one.
tackled at the 7-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now a 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
3rd and 6.
Go! Have the 6, Warriors, 17.
They're going to put a man in motion to the right. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Savon Level. And this defense will take over following the turnover.
Intercepted. It's a turnover on down.
11.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll fire one deep for Harrison. And the visitors have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
That's to the right side and incomplete.
First down.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front.
Throw here down the field will fall incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately with his passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off from their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on third down. 17 yards on that connection. That's enough for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
19 more on that one, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Set.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and he's in. Well, Greg, really down to the point where every possession they need to score, and they get a touchdown here to stay alive.
Mike, I like what I'm seeing out of this team. They find themselves down big late, but there's no quit. They're continuing to fight back, and they got a chance to make this one a 2-possession game here late. Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was taken
Lost
down
one on the last play, so now it's
It's a
second
loss of 8
and
yards.
11.
Brings up second and 11.
A run once more, that's Harvey. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and long.
He was brought down at the 26.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively.
And 10.
It's third down. From the gun, here's Stroud. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force fourth down.
In punt formation.
We're about ready now for the punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth-quarter lead. doing there? They made sure he would not get free.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And his defense will take over here following the interception.
The Hail Mary intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. A nice pickup moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play.
Down at the 42-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Again, it's Harvey. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard on the play.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now 4th down. Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Go! Back to 60. Back.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He's going to try it here again. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's going to look downfield once again. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19.
He'll look to throw. Again, working deep downfield. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter in crowd.
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. That's the linebacker, Blake Passman. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Turnover on downs.
Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, it's Harrison. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
Gain of 15 yards. And a 1st down.
To throw, it's Stroud. A big mistake. It was 1st and goal, and it's intercepted.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be first and goal. A big play there, about as big as you can get. They gained 88 yards with that one. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His third touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
That is caught. They're going to get the 2 points. Don't go away just yet. They are back to within a score. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. Extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Aubrey now for the extra point. Now a flip to the kicker. It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun, going up top, and that is incomplete.
Well, it's no secret what's happening here, Mike. They need points, and they need points quick. The best way to get them is through the deep ball, but obviously the defense is prepared for it. So, again, they're going to continue to play deep, force you to throw the ball underneath, and make you go the long way.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now this defense will use a third and final timeout. And it comes with 15 seconds to play in the game. The crowd cranking it up another notch before third and long. The tight end going in motion to the left. Throwing now on third and long. And that is caught. Well, he stayed in bounds. A terrific catch. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down. Now they'll set up to throw. On the run to the right. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So the fans going to head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not